on the Loudoun County School Board, by the way.
Yeah.
And we need to help you. And we also need to get 3 more Republicans on the school board so that we can actually make change. But it's a great start. Also, I mean, look at this crowd. Holy cow. This is amazing. Thank you, everyone, for being here. People have come. Oh, I see so many friends. This district, you've probably seen the map up front. It's a huge district. And so, folks, whoever's coming from near Warrenton, the town of Warrenton's not exactly in the district, I wish it was, but for folks that have come down from the south, from Middleburg, from the Algonquian district, thank you so much for being here. I have to give the award to furthest traveler to my good friend Jose Antonio, who came all the way from Chihuahua, Mexico. So that's I don't know where you are, Jose Antonio, but that is an accomplishment. If someone came from like Argentina or I don't know, China, you can't get out of China. But that's amazing. So thank you for coming.
Yeah.
All right, so it is an honor to be here with you today to announce my run for the Virginia Senate. So thank you so much. Before I say anything more, I need to thank a few incredibly important people. You all are important, but there's some just slightly more important folks that I have to say something for. So my wife Cecilia, I don't see you, I don't know where you went. All right. So thank you for just being my partner in crime. I love you so much. For the way that you just give me the energy, the encouragement to be here today. So thank you. And you're carrying our firstborn child.
Yes.
Thank you to my family. Right over there, we got a nice little pocket of Seguras. I love you guys. Thank you for encouraging me. And to really help me go above and beyond what I always think is possible. Somehow I have impossible as the goal in the Segura family. So thank you for just pushing me. And we'll talk more about you all later, so I'll reserve some words. Third, my friends, you've sharpened me in my life. You've walked with me, so thank you for being here. I have a couple contingent right here. But I see they're everywhere, all right? And last but not least, my Savior, my Lord Jesus Christ. How I've prayed to you, Lord, for peace through these last few months of discernment. And now I pray to you for courage and wisdom. Courage to stand up for what's right, and wisdom to know what justice truly means for our Commonwealth. Again, what an honor it is to be here with you all today. You beautiful people, all right, very important, beautiful people to kick things off. And what's really amazing is that I'm with a group of people that know we can accomplish so much more in this great Commonwealth. We all want the same things: freedom, not tyranny; opportunity, not things that breed mediocrity; innovation, not stagnation; stronger families, not ideological insanity. And the list goes on and on. But common sense, excellence, opportunity, and trust, these are the values that all Virginians can rally around. The values that give us the strength to solve the problems. And boy, do we have a lot of problems here in Virginia. Glenn Youngkin started something, but we still have a lot of problems that we have to solve.
Yeah.
As an entrepreneur that's basically dedicated my entire career to disrupting and fixing a broken healthcare industry and ineffective processes, I can tell you that the definition of stagnation is avoiding asking hard questions, to not solve problems. I mean, I get it. It's easier to sweep something under the rug than to address it head on. But that's not who I am. Before I took a turn into politics, I spent the last 10 years transforming a broken maternal health care industry. Did you know that we spend more money per capita on healthcare here in the United States than in any other country in the world? Yet we have the worst outcomes for any developed country in the world. It took a transformative innovator to begin to disrupt this space. And that's the point. Disruption requires a fresh perspective. And I will bring just that to Richmond. We have to breathe new life into our institutions with new ideas to start to solve our problems. When school administrators in Loudoun County deliberately hid rape in the schools,
Yes.
or when principals in Fairfax County or in Loudoun deliberately hid National Merit Scholarship letters, we need disruption.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to come together as Republicans, Independents, and Democrats to defeat the agenda of the radical left. Because the radical left doesn't fight for you. It fights to control you, and that's very important. Just look at what's happened in the short 3 years that Democrats had control here in Virginia. Ineptitude and blind ideology. And we could talk about a few examples. Prolonged and unnecessary shutdowns that have almost broken our children's ability to learn. Ignoring the voice of parents in our schools. Maniacally imposing equity that ends up systematically oppressing minority students. And a George Soros-backed Commonwealth's attorney that refuses to prosecute criminals. That's just not my opinion, by the way. She made it her official policy 2 weeks ago. So what am I going to do about it? I'm running to bring people together to solve real problems. No pushing agendas or grandstanding. Just leadership focused on a common goal. To work for the citizens of this great Commonwealth. Clearly, there's no leadership in the woke agenda. I mean, if there was, we could answer a couple very simple questions. Like, why would someone say that parents don't have a say in their education? Why can't we get our tax dollars back when there's a budget surplus? Why is this country abandoning, and Loudoun in particular, abandoning its duty to uphold the rule of law?
Yes.
The extreme left has no answer to the why. They have mandatory sensitivity training and virtue signaling, not solutions. And this is exactly why I started a company like Baby Scripts. I refuse to accept the status quo or a 30-year plan given to me by some bureaucrat. I started my own company and forced the transformation and did in 5 years what they say could only take 50 years.
Wow.
Now, innovation is exciting. It can be exhilarating, but it doesn't have to require a monumental struggle. Like a new entrepreneur with a passion for innovation that helped rethink a piece of the healthcare industry. I think the transformational mindset that we need can exist in the little things, like that same entrepreneur deciding to make a better donut. Yes, that was a reference to one of my other startups, District Donut. All right, not plug-in at all, okay? There will be District Donut later at the end, so just but just like delivering better healthcare for women or a better donut, we have to stop settling for less.
Yes. Yes.
That's what the radical left is pushing for. Less, not more. We need better. And I promise you that I will not only deliver better, but I will deliver transformation. Because that's what we need in Richmond. We need transformation.
Yes.
I plan on winning by offering voters an agenda completely focused on renewing our collective trust in politics. Renewal is a powerful word. It requires transformation and courage. And I will be some Juan that will fight for you. If you didn't see the shirts, all right, I had to throw it in there somewhere. But this is important because I will be someone that will work with our great governor to transform our healthcare industry through innovation. Someone that will fix our schools by offering parents choice and education savings accounts. Someone that will reduce taxes to get you your money back. But not only that, but with lower taxes, we can bring better companies, more companies, and flood Virginia with the best jobs. That's what we need. And someone that will aggressively encourage entrepreneurialism and small business.
Yes.
That someone is me. And I am Juan Pablo Segura, and I am running for the Virginia Senate. So, at this point, I want to take a pause and offer a few heartfelt thoughts to the Latino community. Este movimiento, esta carrera requiere de la comunidad hispana. Yo los necesito en mi campaña, los necesito.
Sí.
Somos trabajadores que queremos y luchamos por más y mejores oportunidades. Yo les prometo que voy a luchar con todas mis fuerzas por sus intereses para lograr un futuro mejor. Que viva este país y el gran estado de Virginia.
¡Que viva!
That's the one. Yes. I want to leave you with a story that I hope gives you some insight into who I am and how I will serve you in Richmond. And of course, to know who I am, you need to know my parents, Enrique and Alejandra. They are literally the manifestation of the American dream. They came here with nothing. They remind me of that a lot. And built a beautiful family. They created hundreds of jobs, probably thousands of jobs, both here and around the world. And their faith drives everything that they do. They shared with me a mentality that anything is possible. And that we have a responsibility to take our gifts and use them to deliver 10 times the impact.
Yes.
And there's also this little thing called never giving up.
Yeah.
And if you know my father, he never gives up. Right? Never. And so I need to share with you a story about my father and I's relationship. So I'll never forget, when I was 10 years old, my dad burst into my room and woke me up on a random Sunday, a lot earlier than having to wake me up to go to church, by the way, to go to Mass. So this was early. And initially I was very upset, a groggy eye. And I asked him, why are you here? All right? And he says, I just signed you up for a track and field competition. And I said, okay, can't this wait tomorrow or next week or at 3 p.m. instead of 7 a.m.? But my dad forced me, or didn't force me, but he just told me, massage forced me, I guess, to put these beat up New Balances on and to start running laps around the cul-de-sac. Again, at 7 in the morning. Don't know what the neighbors thought, all right? 7 in the morning, running laps. Maybe it was like I was some punishment or something. But he picks me up takes me to Langley High School. We grew up in McLean, Virginia, a few miles down the road. And he tells me, all right, go check in. So I go to the registration table. They give me a bib, and lo and behold, I find out that I'm not running the 100-meter dash, not the 400-meter dash, but the mile. Right? And so I freak out. I start crying. My dad comes over, he parks the car, comes over, and he pulls me aside and says, Juan Pablo, you've got this. You can do this. So I calm down, and we start talking strategy. I don't know if there are any track and field people here, but right, when you're on the mile, you don't go all out at the beginning, right? You take your time, you're patient, you do that first lap, that second lap, and so the race starts, and of course, all my competition runs ahead of me. And so I'm last, but I'm patient. I run that first lap. I round the second lap. I round the third. And as I'm rounding the third lap, my father is jumping up and down with every muscle and sinew in his body saying, never give up, Juan Pablo, never give up. And of course I won the race. I mean, this is a good story, right? But here's the moral. Here's the moral of the story. You should never hear from any leader that the end objective of any mission is equity.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because hard work, never giving up, it doesn't just breed perseverance, but it makes you a better person. And so leaders say never give up. And we know this from our community. Immigrants, never give up. Hardworking single mothers, never give up. National merit scholars, never give up. If you're lonely and scared and need help, never give up. If you lost your job, never give up. If you came to Loudoun and Fakir to pursue the American dream, never give up. Because by never giving up, you will find a strength inside you that you never thought you had. And I promise you that when I go to Richmond, I will never give up for you.